because I feel like we were just talking about something Japanese, so it kind of fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey everyone, this is Dying on a Hill, the podcast about bad ideas and our inability to abandon them. I'm Charlie Garcia. And
You're like, oh God, I'm Charlie again today.
yeah, pretty much. But with me today is my good friend, writer, producer, actor, Brandon Alexander.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
What's up?
Minor drag celebrity?
Sure.
I mean, right?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really consider myself a drag queen.
Right. Well, you have a character.
Because I don't know how to do it.
Like the whole showmanship.
Well, I don't know how to do makeup. Like that wasn't me that put it on. It was a professional makeup artist. So I can't I feel like I can't. And I had a costumer.
But you used to do events in that character.
Yeah, but I had someone teach me how to put it all on. I feel like drag people just know how, or I don't know.
They're the ones doing the YouTube tutorials. Not watching
and I'm the one
them.
watching them. Yeah, so I feel like I can't call myself a drag queen.
Well, that's a lot of respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy out there for a queen.
I bet it's not.
Yeah,
There's a lot. They know a lot more dance moves than I do.
yeah.
Anyways, we're not. I'm skipping ahead. Here's what we're talking about, Brandon. Nintendo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love Nintendo.
I know you do. Don't you have like a Zelda tattoo somewhere?
No, I have a Fallout tattoo.
Oh.
And Monkey Island is an old video game tattoo.
Oh yeah, I remember Monkey Island.
And Futurama.
Hey.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're not talking about the video games.
Oh.
We're talking about all the shit they did before the video games.
Oh.
Which is...
Wait, what did they do before the video games?
Well, you're about to find out.
What?
So back in 2015, they came out with this hey, 30-year thing, 30 years of Nintendo. Here's what we've been up to. It also came out with this history of everything that's happened since then. The problem was Nintendo isn't 30 years old. It's 120 years old.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That is a long time.
Yeah. So in talking about itself, they kind of revealed a bunch of weird stuff that everyone just had kind of forgotten.
Kind of like your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Nintendo is very much like your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving, actually.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, do you know what they first were? Like your drunk uncle. Gambling.
They were a gambler?
They were gambling paraphernalia. Yeah.
Nintendo was?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so Kotaku did a pretty good job writing up this. Brian Ashcroft was the author, so I'm going to use a lot of info from him. But yeah, the company was started as Nintendo Playing Card Company when the government of it says Meiji, I have no fucking idea. Anyways, there's this game called Hanafuda, which is if Solitaire fucked Mahjong. And so,
ooh, dirty.
Yeah, and you can gamble on it, I guess, in some way. I tried to look at how honestly, here's what the cards look like. They're very gorgeous. And what Nintendo did was they hand painted every single one.
Oh, so they look like Mahjong tiles.
Yeah.
But cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so this was a form of gambling in the Edo period. Nintendo was considered to be one of the best ones. They were actually so ingrained with the gambling culture that the Yakuza would regularly show up at the factory and be like,
for fun and laughs?
Yeah.
And friendship time?
Well, they'd be like, why are you making these shitty cards that we keep losing?
Oh. I'm like, maybe if you didn't play like a bitch.
Right?
Wait, can we swear on this?
Yeah, totally.
Bitch.
A motherfucking bitch. Yeah. So, also I thought was funny was that Yakuza is... I used to mean useless people.
Oh, okay.
So it was real derogatory.
Yeah.
And then
they took the word back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just started getting tattoos and slicing people's throats.
Who's useless now?
Yeah. So anyways,
Yeah.
that went around for 3 generations, and eventually kind of gambling fell out of favor. It just wasn't really popular. Screen printing.
Gambling fell out of favor. No, thank you,
Well, like,
sir.
like handcrafted gambling cards, right?
Okay.
Like the people that would, like literally they'd roam, like Samurai Champloo. They're roaming from town to town and they have their favorite deck of cards.
First of all, I respect that reference. Thank you. Okay, but yeah, I get it. Because I was like, isn't everybody love gambling? Isn't it the first profession? Or
I mean, it's the second at least.
oh, wait. Hookers are first.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or is
Yeah.
it stripping?
Oh, they come into play later too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Nintendo got dirty.
Ooh, Nintendo. Nasty dog.
But so screen printing automated, this tiny little factory that can only really pump out so many cards, realized that they were never going to be able to make enough to really make cards at cost. So they started making some of the first like playing cards, like with like the little Western style faces.
The solitaire things, yeah.
Then they started making nude cards.
Ooh.
Like little, like, so the same cards, but just with like topless ladies on it.
The queen is showing her breasts.
Oh, it was like the 6 of hearts is showing her breast. Like, I think every card had
The
breasts.
2 of spades is showing a stink hole. They're so dirty.
Right? Nintendo.
God,
This is in, like, the
Nintendo. It's so
60s.
salacious.
But then, okay, after that, they tried this thing called NMB blocks, which is basically just them ripping off Lego.
Oh, yeah. Those literally look like Legos, but with like solitaire shapes. That's jacked up.
Right? But the funny thing actually about this is they say that these blocks, this blocky design could have been the inspiration behind like their Game Boy like pixeling and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Where they're like, oh, well, people, their imaginations can see blocks as things.
Yeah.
Fuck
that,
it.
That would make sense because like Tetris and, Mario, everything was a lot of blocks.
Right. Yeah. So
Okay, I
and the
can see
Game Boy
that.
was like real shitty.
Yeah. As opposed to when it was just on fire. Have you seen the graphics on this Game Boy?
Have you seen that Game Boy? It was the Game Boy Pocket was when they stepped it up.
Was it?
Yeah, it was when it went like silver and like tiny.
Oh, yeah, it went like slightly smaller.
Yeah, it could fit in. You didn't need husky pants to wear them anymore. Although I always had husky pants, so for me it was more just like, oh, there's all this extra room in my jeans.
You don't need your mom's pregnancy pants anymore. Thanks, Nintendo.
Yeah. Then they also tried buying a taxi cab company.
Okay.
So they ran a taxi
Get
cab
in our
company.
fucking van. It went over great with the kids.
And then in another, so they just like tried to buy every, which is surprising. They must have made a lot of money. They must have literally owned the playing card just industry for 80 years.
Well, they must have done well for it.
Right. It seemed like they had a lot of cash just to blow on stuff.
They're basically doing like rich 12-year-old buys. Like, you know what? I want to own a cab company.
Cabs make money.
Yeah. I'm going to do this and I bought it now.
Although cabs are like cash. So here's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Cabs are cash. What else is a lot of cash? Love hotels.
That's where you go just to have sex.
Yeah. Nintendo owned Love Hotels.
For real.
Yeah. And they were Nintendo Love Hotels.
Nintendo.
Right?
You get one of those, Nintendo. Oh,
And
my.
So this is from the website japanguide.com. Love hotels, also known as boutique or fashion hotels, are hotels that offer double rooms for short periods of time, of course. Typically, you could rent a room for a minimum of 1 to 3 hours during the day, called a rest, or for the whole night, called a stay, which usually starts at 10 p.m. As the name suggests, the main purpose of love hotels is to provide couples with the room to spend undisturbed time. And they were basically like a
or
slight...
disturbed, depending on what you're into.
Right. Yeah. Have
Could you imagine
Have you ever been in Vegas?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm asking you this because obviously it happened to me.
I think it's because it's obviously happened to you.
No, there was one time we went to Vegas and a Japanese businessman brought back a hooker, and it sounded exactly like that.
What, did you know this Japanese man, or did he just walk into your room?
It was from like 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It was so many times.
Wait,
And
I feel like I missed a step somewhere. What? So.
Oh, next door to us.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Your next door guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying some Japanese businessman walked into your hotel room with a lady of the evening.
No. Oh, no. It was like, yeah, it wasn't like, hey, this is mine now.
Get out, squatters' rights. I have to respect him for that.
Keepers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Well, when in Vegas, do that there.
So apparently it's a thing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was just a guy just getting his groove on with a lady who was earning a living.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. But, like he could have done that wherever his business trip began.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently some people do. Because here's the thing. They've been in existence since like the 1700s. Mm-hmm. So like they've always been a thing. That's like if saying libraries, they were just sex libraries, because these weren't just like hotels that people happened to fuck in. Mm-hmm. They were hotels specifically for fucking, and they eventually got cute with them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as one would want. I would really like to fuck in this hotel, but I don't like how dirty it is.
Yeah, so they would have themes like the Madonna Inn, but if like the Madonna
like
Inn,
voguing Madonna or the painting Madonna,
like the hotel on the side of the 101 that's got like, this room is a rock room and this room is like a heart-shaped room and this room is like a horse ranch.
A horse ranch.
Yeah, it was like every room,
which
is like
oddly
a
is just a horse in a tub of ranch.
Yeah, and there's a mirror on top of everything.
Of course there is.
So like one of the things the hotel includes costume rental. Like it was on like in my Googling, I saw a picture of like the hotel like menu on your TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. So here's some of the things that were on the list.
Do tell.
Costume rental.
Oh.
Music.
Fun.
Karaoke.
Love it.
Which is like, oh, so sad.
That's how you get the party started.
Like, I know. I know I rented you for 3 hours, but for the first one, we're going to sing only Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. Why don't I put something a little duetty on?
Oh, she didn't get, like, I bet her day rate as a musician, if she were to be a musician, would be a lot more than her day rate for fucking. One would hope so.
That's how she got discovered. I was going after that ass, but that voice.
We never got past the karaoke. Signed her that day.
That day.
So they had to go from take along, which is like a guy takes along a girl, which is like their cute way of saying a hooker, to couple focused things. So they started becoming literally hotels where like cute couples would go.
Rentable girlfriends. I've heard of those.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, no. Now they're like, it's like if a couple who just wants to have like kinky sex, they go to the hotel, whatever. Right. So that's what the industry turned into in the 70s.
Yeah.
The problem is that like Nintendo never made that transition. It stopped after basically 5 years.
Only a good solid 5 years.
Yeah. They gave the fuck hotels, just a rookie contract.
Yeah.
With an extension, but it wasn't worth really keeping them on after free agency.
Well, you know what? They gave it their best shot.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Here's what this was, by the way, this is in the history of Nintendo that Nintendo released. They said that some newspapers noted the only benefit Yamauchi, which is like the owner of the company at the time, might have derived from this is that his time and his partners, they didn't need to pay for rooms, and that might end up constitute a substantial saving. So like he was known to cheat on his wife so much that this newspaper was like, I bet he's saving money.
Yamauchi.
Like, well, he was going to be fucking her in a hotel.
Yeah.
Might as well be his own hotel.
He probably invented the idea. He's like, God, I really want to cheat on my wife, but I don't want to do it someplace gross.
Wait a second. I'll do it someplace gross that I own.
All right. Yamauchi.
And so that's really, that's all anyone knows about it, though, is that it kind of came and went. No pun intended.
So did Yamauchi.
Oh. And what then got them on track. There's this book called Range that has a nice little chapter on it. But basically what like defines Nintendo is that they were just willing to throw spaghetti at the wall until they eventually settled in on this concept of like, let's do very clever things with low-tech stuff. So the big hit they had almost immediately following giving up on taxi cabs and hotels was the Ultra Arm, which is basically just an extendable arm that like you see like short people might need to get things off of a high table, or what like children would play with. And like,
oh yeah, I've used those when I can't reach something on the top shelf.
Yeah,
because
like,
it was short.
That was like their big hit. They sold like 120 million of them.
They kind of invented the first prosthetic. For everyday use.
Yeah,
why not? Nintendo.
Yeah, there was a whole thing. Like, well, apparently the Game Boy display was just a display that had already been in use in calculators for like 5 years.
Oh yeah, those little Texas instrument calculator. Yeah.
So they're like, oh fuck it, we'll just make something out of that thing.
They're only playing Tetris on this anyway.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Nintendo really hit its stride after that.
Nintendo.
But they owned sex hotels.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that I say it out loud, I'm like, I don't mean to sex own shame Nintendo by any means. Like, someone's got to own.
Oh, I have even more respect for them now.
Right? The Wii doesn't. The person who can pull off the Switch is this person who's willing to own a sex hotel.
You know what? That just proves as Nintendo since the beginning of time has promoted play.
Oh, yeah. It really has.
Yeah.
And might have roots in the Yakuza.
Yeah. You know what? Who seem like very playful people. Super playful guys.
What if even to this day, like they are like half the boardroom, they just look like old like company men, and then they go home and take off their shirts, and it's just covered in tattoos.
Dragons eating babies, I assume. Gangsters.
Like, how was your day at the office? Nintendo.
No, Nintendo. Where do I get started?
Like, there's a company path on the Yakuza. And,
yeah.
And like, you only have to kill a few people before you really get put on the Nintendo one.
But their 401k is amazing.
Oh, it's probably it's probably good.
Set for life.
But there is like a fun ending to this story too.
Oh, is there?
Because the Nintendo hotel is coming back.
Good for them.
Right? Well, I don't know if it's owned by Nintendo. I know what's happening is the original Nintendo factory is being converted into a hotel. That's about it. So it's the original building's becoming a hotel.
I hope they do it.
Because it's already a place that people visit a lot.
Yeah. I hope they make one with like Nintendo themed sex rooms.
Yeah, that would be
Princess Peach outfits and Mario. It's amazing. Yeah,
that'd be popular.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I just made them a fortune.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Nintendo.
Like, what's your most popular rooms? Actually, it's Bowser.
Oddly enough, sometimes Yoshi, but we don't talk about that. Yoshi's hot.
Yeah, well, he's got a big tongue.
And
just throws
that
it
ass. Yeah.
There's a bubble butt.
Yeah. All right. Now it got weird.
Yeah. But yeah, so thanks. That's the story, man.
Good story.
Thanks. Do you got anything to pitch or anything or anything to talk about that you're
just
doing?
Just woo for Nintendo. Not yet. But eventually.
All right. Well, I'll definitely have you back on when you do have some stuff.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. Like and subscribe. I figure that's not a thing I've said yet. And since this
then you should
technically
say it.
A marketing camp, I'm so high.
Do all of the things that one would need to do as a good audience member to promote an artist.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
You should write copy.
I will. Right now. For Nintendo and their fuck rooms.